Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Matty Ice Reviews. And today we're getting back into products. It's been a long time since I've done a product, and this is one that I've wanted to do for quite a while. I've reviewed lots of products from Bulbhead, and some of the better ones have been the Hurricane series of cleaning tools. We had the lint lizard from Hurricane. We had the Hurricane broom that was very good. We had the Hurricane scrubber. All very worthwhile in my opinion for the price. This one though, probably the most interesting that I've seen, and I really wanted to give this a try. Today's product is going to be the Hurricane Spin Duster, and it's got kind of one of those multi-stage packages so it can be presented different ways, but it's a motorized duster that you basically get these two heads and an extension piece for, and you can do your dusting. And the secret from what this box says right here is that you've got this electrostatic action going on, so theoretically dust is going to be sticking to the implement and not to anything else. It's not going to get thrown all over the place, and you're not going to have to, go back later and scrub it with a towel or something. That would defeat the purpose. So I'm kind of interested because I've used Swiffer dusters for a long time, and I've used even just regular old microfiber cloth paper towels. Those get the job done, but they're not exactly the easiest methods. When you're using a paper towel or something, you have to be careful to go around the edges of things. If you're cleaning in a cabinet, for example, and you have lots of little knickknacks, you got to move all those knickknacks and then put them right back where they were. With this one, the lightweight bristles will go around the objects apparently and not move them around, so I was kind of excited to see how that would play out and to see if it's actually possible to clean with this thing, because I've liked their other products. So we're going to be putting it up though today against just a regular microfiber cloth and trying to clean my little area right here that this camera's sitting on. This is our little kind of holder for my PlayStation. It's got our speaker bar on it, the Nintendo Switch, it's got my controller, a couple implements for the TV. So I figured this would be a good place to start around electronics. They tend to draw dust, and then they're not always the easiest things to clean. So let's look at the Hurricane Duster and see what it's got to offer. All right, guys, in the box for the Hurricane Duster, what you're going to get for $14.99, you've got one duster handle, I guess. This takes 4 AA batteries that do not come with it. They just, essence right here, unscrews and you insert them. A little bit difficult, it's a little bit stiff. You get your large duster, and it will unfurl as we use it. It's just kind of packed up from packaging right now. It's stuck together. You get a small one. Look at that, how nice. And then you also get a 2-piece extension wand. The extension wand's actually made of aluminum. I thought for sure this would be plastic, but it's fairly rigid, and I was like, man, that's actually kind of nice. It gives you about, I'm gonna say about 20-ish inches of reach, so not a ton, but it's enough that if you're staying on the ground, you could reach like a fan or something up in the air. So it does have some utility there. Okay, I'm gonna just be using right now the big one. Yeah, let's use the big boy, and let's see how it does. And we'll show you guys what it looks like right here. All right, here's the on button. Hey, look at that. That's actually pretty nice. It's got a decent amount of movement occurring. You can feel the air twisting around this thing as it spins, and you can see how much it unfurls. And I like that it's got this cone shape right here, but it's very soft. It feels like it's barely touching my hands, but you can see it's like moving around everything. Very nice. And I think that there's a possibility this might work, because some of these I can feel the static on this already, so maybe there is something to this where it's going to have some type of static attraction. I am not sure here. So let's show you guys what we have set up for a test. Okay guys, here's our little testing area. As you can see, I've got some large dust particles. These are like drywall dust from the projects that I've been working on around the house. They're just settled here and I haven't cleaned them off yet because I wanted to do this video. Our Roku bar, as you can see, also has some dust on it. My Nintendo Switch dock has dust, and then if we go over here, we've got some more dust back here by our little implements. So my Switch controller as well, a little bit of dust. You've got with a cloth, you have to wipe around all the little buttons, but I figured this might make it easier. So what we're gonna do is just cut this thing in half, and we're gonna start with our traditional cloth and see how easy it is. And then this side over here is going to be our Hurricane Spin Duster. So let's take a clean microfiber cloth, nothing special. This is like what you get in Amazon. And let's see if we can clean up this dust here. And I'm just gonna wipe it. There's nothing on this right now. Okay, as you can see, it is picking up the dust. Let's try again. So it does leave some of the large particle stuff, but it is picking up dust. Let's do our Roku bar. Okay, we're getting dust. It is leaving the large particles though. I did not use anything on this. All right, let's try my switch right here. This controls my different inputs from HDMI. Did a pretty good job. Got some dust. Same thing back here. We got dust on the rag, and then it picked up most of what was there. Okay, how about the controller? See, this is where it's hard to clean. You have to work your way around the buttons, and it's just not easy, especially with one hand. But we got some of it. It's just there's still dust on there. Okay, and the last one is going to be for the switch. Let's see. Yeah, we got dust, and it's fairly clean. Let's try the back now. All right, dust, but like I said, it's not perfect, and I did have to physically move around. As you know, some stuff in your house you gotta do a little bit more with. So this side is actually, save for the large particles, there's really not much here. Let's scoop all our large particles into a pile. There you go. That's what was pretty much left, just these large particles. Let's get the Hurricane Duster now, and let's give this baby a try and see what it does. Oh, it looks like it's actually doing it. Look at that. That's actually pretty clean. Oh no. Okay, I can already tell there's a problem. As I was watching this go, I saw it start kicking dust particles. And can you guys see that box? It's coated now. Ah, Jesus. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Let's see if I can show you guys. I'll try and get this for you right here. Watch right there. You see that? It's just moving them. It's not actually cleaning. See? It's kicking them around. I mean, maybe I'm going too hard. Maybe I got to pick it up a little bit. That does seem a little bit better. No, it's just throwing them. See? They're just getting yeeted off this surface onto the next one. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to drop because it's just literally kicking all of it around. Now, it does... I guess if maybe you were just going to vacuum after this, it's not a terrible thing. It is getting everything very easily, and look at this. I can go around the electronics, and I'm not even disturbing the switch, and the switch is a pretty light console. Look at that. See, it's doing a fairly decent job of cleaning, and I don't feel like I'm damaging anything. And I can push on that decently, and those little scrubbers are getting it. Let's do this now. It's about the same job as the microfiber. It's just the microfiber is actually holding on to what it's picking up. All right, let's go over here. Might as well kick that on the floor since that's what we did with the rest of it. All right, let's clean these switches up and see what that looks like. I got a piece of like dried up Play-Doh or something. You know, it did a pretty good job on the switches, and I must say, it does make reaching into that area easier. But man, this thing just seems to be kicking the dust around. It doesn't seem to actually be cleaning, which is disappointing. All right, we got a little bit of dust left on this controller and a whole lot under it, as you can see. Clean up the rest of that. And by cleaning, I mean toss it on the floor. All right, let's give it a try. That's not so great. I'm not that impressed with that one. Okay, So there's a little bit of dust up here. Let's see if it'll clean this. It did, but man, I can see in the light it's just basically tossed this everywhere. That's disappointing. I was hoping for a lot better than that. Wow. Alright guys, so what do I think of the Hurricane Spin Duster? Well, it does dust. Honestly, I think this is pretty comparable to a feather duster. You know, it's floppy like one. The bristles, just like feathers, don't necessarily hold dust. It just scoops it around. And at the end of the day, yes, it does make cleaning some things easier, and it's easier to go around things, and I guess get in those hard to reach spaces and disrupt the dust. But at the same time, you're not cleaning. You're just throwing dust back into the air. As you saw, it was kicking those particles. I mean, I don't necessarily expect it to pick up the larger particles from drywall, but I could see the dust going the same way, and some of the dust was actually going up in the air. It's very disappointing. I had high hopes for this one because no one likes to dust. Let's get real. You pick out the Swifter duster, or you get some Pledge or something like that, and you start going to town on the surfaces, but no one wants to do that. It's not a fun job. You end up sneezing a whole lot because it goes everywhere, and I think this would make it a whole heck of a lot worse. So I got to give this one a big fail, guys. Even if you're gonna knock all the dust into the floor, I got to imagine a lot of what you've already done is going to resettle onto your surface, so you're not getting anywhere. You're just kind of duplicating effort, which is not ideal. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. We will catch you next time. And as always, have a good night.